Hello everyone, I'm Saurabh Bharti and you are watching Beam Up channel, and today we are going to start something new. And before starting that, let me tell you that our channel name is Beam Hub, and Beam just doesn't comply, or you can say deal with this architecture part. It also deal with the structure part and MEP part. So from today, as many of you were requesting that we should start the structure in Revit, so I thought that let's get started with it. And before starting Revit, I mean Revit Structure, let me tell you that why we are using Revit Structure and not the AutoCAD or anything like that for our structure part. So as you know that CAD is not a designing tool, it's just a drafting tool. And the line, arc and software used in AutoCAD doesn't mean anything to it. It just shows the line, and everything in it is just like a dummy thing for it, and people needs to understand by themselves what it represents. And the drawings in AutoCAD are not interrelated, and any changes made to the drawing doesn't reflect directly to the project. And this section, elevation and any other view, as you know that in Revit we can just produce any view directly, and in CAD you have to do it manually. So now that CAD part is over, so what we use is this Revit. And as you know that Revit provides us with three solutions, that is Revit Architecture, Revit Structure and Revit MEP. So for Revit architecture, we have already started 3 to 4, I mean not 3 to 4, actually 7 to 8 full project video. You can just watch it over here if you have no idea about it, so you can just watch it. And today I'm just going to start it for the very beginner. So I'm just going to discuss today the user interface of this Revit structure and few other things. So maybe it will be like 45 minutes tutorial for the first tutorial. And if you are already familiar with this, then also you can watch in this video because it's going to be informative. So why are we using the building information modeling, that is Revit software? Because in this Revit there's nothing as we can call dummy. Everything has something to it, that is you are dealing with the walls, column and beam and doors and windows and any other things in the project. If you have seen other videos or if you have already worked on it, then each element is loaded with information about it. So every element in Revit had some information. As you can see, this trees and everything that we have made in other project, that does provide us with some information to us. Then the elements are parametric. And what is this parametric? By parametric I mean you can just resize the size of those things. For example, if I can open any project, for example I'm just opening my old project, you will get this project. Okay, yeah, I will provide you the link for this project. So everything over here is parametric. For example, if I want to change the size of this column, I can directly change it and it will reflect to every other view in this project. So I'm going to provide you this file also, so that you can just watch it and learn. And then we will just draw start making this project actually. So as you can see, this project is dealing with only the structure part. And let me tell you more things about this. In BIM you can just get the structure, section view, elevation view, 3D views, and you can do this scheduling and everything else in uh, BIM software that is required in a project. And these are the accurate and time saving. So now we are done with the presentation part, or you can say starting part of it. So this was just the introduction. Now that introduction is over, let's get started with the user interface. So as you can see that Revit is providing us with uh, Revit architecture, structure, steel, precast, system. So these are the what you can say is these are the solutions or the things that Revit provides to us. So we have already dealt with architecture part, and in structure part, first let me tell you that structure consists of this structure, then steel and precast. These all three are the part of Revit structure, and the system deal with the MEP part. So we are not talking about the MEP in this any of this project right now. So what we are going to deal is structure, steel and precast. So let's get started with the structure part, and before starting it, let me introduce you to the user interface if you are new to this Revit. So as you can see, this tab buttons over here, this gives us option. So by these options you can just make anything. For example, if I'm going to structure, and let's get started with a new project actually. So just go to the new. You can either select here structural metric or structure imperial. So for this project I have used the metric part of it. So, and one more thing, that if you do not get this structure part over here, you are just getting the imperial part or anything like that, and you don't have like the metric structure template over here, you can just press it and okay, and it will open from here. And if you don't have that, just go to the browse button, and here you will find Revit 2021 folder. Then you have to go to the template, and in template you can select any of the templates. So we have this imperial template and English template. So for this project we are going to start with this Revit English template. And here you can select any of the analysis structure part of it. So for example, I'm just opening this structure analysis default metric, and just open it, and you will get a new template over here. So this project is just going to be vanished. So I'm just closing that project, I'm not saving anything. So now as you can see, this is the interface that you will deal with when you will start the Revit structure project. So let's get started. So here I told you that in structure you will get these options. And what are these options? So in structure part, as you can see, we have something like beam, wall, column, floor, truss, architecture, I'm not architecture, truss, brace and beam system. So these are the structure part which are going to help us to draw this structure of the any of the building. Then we have the connection part, then we have the foundation, then rebar, reinforcement, then component. And here these things are for the, as you can see, these are the drafting things. And then we have openings, datum and work plane. So by from opening, datum and work plane, if you are familiar with Revit architecture, then you know why is this provided to us. So let's get started with the structure part. And here if you click on this sub menu over here that is provided to us, then you will see that we have like four option over here, but the two option are not available to us right now. So here what we have to deal is with the wall structure. If I click on wall structure, and first of all just click on level 1, okay, and here just go to the wall, or you can click on wall structure, and then you will get this menu. That is to draw it, okay. As you can see, we can draw it. And I think this okay, this is structure only. Let me see, just go to 3D view. Yes. So as you can see, if you draw any of the structure part, it is going to visualize to you like something like this. And if you are drawing something like architecture, let me see, just go and draw from here architecture, and let's just draw one more rectangle, and maybe it will not be visible to us. So as you can see, it is not visible to us. So now let's delete it. Then we have this column. You can just put any of the column, and as you can see, this column is being visualized. I will just show you how to use it in project. Then we have this floor. You can just draw any of the floor like this, and if you press OK and go to 3D view, you can just see that you are provided with a floor design. Just delete it once again, go to this. Then we have this truss, brush and beam. We will see this when we are dealing with our project. Then as you can see, there's a drop down menu over here. That is as you can see, you can say this is provided this provide us with more option over here. So as you can see, so these things also we will use when we are making our project. Then we have this connection. Here also you will find more option over here. Then we have this foundation, and as you can see, there's a drop down menu in which you can find more of the option for this slab and anything else. Like here also we have this more option, then we have few option over here. Then component, and what else is left in the interface? Okay, first of all, many of the beginner have some problem with this part, that is if you are seeing this part, that is the option for architecture, structure and steel, if somehow, what if it gets hidden like this? As you can see, these are smaller part of it, then we just have this option part. So from here, if you click it, it is going to change the option, how it is visual to us. Okay, so as you can see, if you click it once, you are going to be you are going to see this part, as you can see. So as you can see, if I click anywhere on my desktop, it is not hiding. It is just like the default that is provided to us by Revit. And if you click it once, you are just going to be provided with the smaller part of it. So if you click on structure, you will get the same option over here, but these are hidden. As you can see, if we just hover our mouse over here, and this part gets just hidden. Then we have this connection part, then the foundation part. These are the same option that we have been provided by Revit. Then if you click it once again, now you can see that everything is hidden over here. So if you have to go to architecture part, you can just go to the build, and you will then be greeted this with option. And then again, if you go to structure part, you will see this option, connection and foundation. Then again, if you click over here, you will see that nothing is visible to us. But if you click on like steel, on structure, on architecture, it will show you this option menu. But as soon as you just get out of this option button and click somewhere on this desktop, now you will see that this option has been hidden. So we have this 4 option. You can utilize this option as per your requirement. Then if you open your Revit, then you will find something that this part is just given as 2 of this part. I mean, one of the properties part, and then there's a project browser part, but these are provided over here only, both part, and this is subdivided in 2 parts. But what I prefer to use is just select this project browser part and hover your mouse over this place, and now you can see that the project browser is placed over here. So now we can deal with our properties part over here, and project browser, that whatever we are using in our project, the level, the structure, the view, the elevation, everything is provided on the other side of the project, so it is easier to us. Then what else we have for the beginner? Okay, let me open my old project, that was this course project. Yes, and let me show you few of the views. Just ignore everything else. Okay, as you can see that we have this 1 2 3 4 of the views. Let me just close it. You can just close it from here. Okay, don't press the close button over here, or your Revit file will just get vanished. So just I'm just closing everything. Now let me go to the ground level. So this is our project, and as you can see, this menu are just getting open. So these are the windows which we are going to use in our project. And what if you want to see all the windows at one time? Okay, so for that you can go to the view button, and here you can just switch to, there here are few buttons, that is tab view, then you have the style view. Right now we are in tab view, and if you click on the style view, now as you can see that you have this 4 window over here, and every window is showing you something. And as you can see that nothing, I mean, you can visualize many things, but not all the things at once. So to visualize everything at once, just press ZA on your keyboard, so that the option is for the zoom all. So it is just going to provide you with like what you can say, it's going to scale everything in your window. Okay, so this is one of the option. Then you can just switch your windows like this. Okay, for that you have to close every other view. So again, I'm going back to the tab view, and then you can just switch your window like this. I mean, clicking over this windows over here, or you can also use this option. Okay, then what else we have? Okay, what if you are using this project and you don't want like architecture or the system part over here, you just want to work with your the structure part. So for that you can go to the menu. Okay, here are two options, that is one, where's that view option, view. Okay, here we have user interface, and you can remove the this part from here. I mean, in some cases, first of all let me tell you that in some cases, uh, sometimes this project browser is just missing. Okay, so for that you can just go to this user interface, and then we have to search for project browser, and here we have our project browser. So this is how you can get it back. What if you don't have this properties browser? Just I'm closing it, and if you want to get it back, then you can just click on this properties browser. As you can see, now we have this back. Then what if you want the navigation bar? Now this are the navigation bar, you can also utilize this in your project. So I'm just removing it right now, I don't require it. Then you can all explore all this option. Then we have the navigation bar. Okay, navigation bar we have already done. Then we have this PQ option. Okay, then you can go to option, then you can go to user interface, and here you can remove. For example, I'm just removing this system part. Okay, so let's just search for the system. Here we have this system part, and if you press OK over here, now you will see that our system is still available. Just a second, again let me go to this part. Okay, structure option over here, interface and system electrical tool also. Okay, that was the piping that we removed. Now we have just removed this both of the tab, and you can also remove this system tab. So we are just removing this whole tab over here, and now you can see that the system tab is gone. You can also do that with the structure and all, and if you want to get it back, you can go to the option once again. You can do the same thing if you want for the other part of it. So we are just getting it back. So this is just the introduction to the user interface, and now we are done with the interface. Now let's get started with our project. I mean, not the project, actually how to deal with this project. I mean, how to use your mouse and keyboard to get more out of your project. So if you open your project, that is this course file that I'm going to provide you in the description. Okay, if you open it, it will open something like where is that schedule, because on that one I have just opened this schedule part. Okay, it will open something like this, or the other schedule family, anything, something like this. Okay, it will open you for like anything. You can just hover over your mouse in the project browser, and you can click, like double click on this ground level or the first floor or the second floor, and now you can see that every other tab is being opened. So these are the our views of our project. Okay, and if you want to go to, if you want on to go to the 3D view, here you have this option, that is default 3D view, or you can go to the view button over here, and you can just click on this 3D view. And now as you can see that this is our 3D view of the project, and I'm using my shift button and middle mouse button. And if you press your middle mouse button and just revolve your mouse around, now you can see that you can your I mean this project or the building is moving as per our movement of the mouse. Okay, and you can also use this front, then you can use this right, left, then you have this bottom button, and you can also use your mouse to get all these views. So for uh, this is something we can call as panning. As you can see, I've just left the shift button, and now I'm just pressing the middle mouse button, and now you can see that we are just panning our project. Okay, this is called panning. Then if you press shift again and middle mouse button, now you can see all other views. Then if you click your, I will not click, if you revolve your middle mouse button in the front direction or in the back direction, so you are just then you will get this zoom in and zoom out view. Okay, this is one of the option. Then what else? And then if you click right over here, that is right click on your keyboard, you will get this option. Okay, zoom to fit, zoom 2x, I mean zoom out 2x, zoom in the region, and if you click over here, zoom in the region, and now you can see that you can zoom it over here, press escape to get everything back. And if you have done something wrong, you can just press Ctrl Z on your keyboard to undo it. Okay, then what else do we have in this project? Okay. Mhm. Okay, these are the customization views. If you want to remove it, this are the things that is provided on the top of it. So this is called as quick access toolbar. If you want to edit it, for example, I don't want this 3D view over here, you can just click over here and 3D view is gone. If you want to get it back, just click on here and you will get in the 3D view back. Then you also have this option to customize this place, and now you can see that you can customize it here, and you can add it. You can just put it on the top or the bottom or every other place that you want, if you want. And then what else? You have to delete this modify button. That is okay. Let's just close this project. Okay, and go to, you can click over here. Okay, before that, let me show you one more thing. If you go to the option over here, you can just add or remove the templates from the option over here. So if you want to add some of the template, you can just click on here, and for right now I'm going to add this as my default template, that is structure analysis default metric, and open it. Now I will get this on the bottom, and if you want to put it on the top, just click over here and now you can move it. So I'm going to keep it on the bottom only. Then okay, and now if you go over here and press on new, that is starting of your new project, and now you can see that structure analysis default metric template is provided to us. And now if you open it, you will be greeted with this welcome screen that has got nothing to it. And just a second. Okay, so we have opened our new template over here, and first of all, let me show you one thing. Okay, just go to the structure and go to the wall. And now what if we are drawing a wall, like this is in millimeter. Okay, and like I'm drawing a wall any distance, and now you can see if you go over here and if you zoom in, now you can see that the angle of the wall is changing like 1 degree over here, and it is snapping. And if you zoom out, then you can see that it will what I say is, it will just snap like 5 degree, and if you zoom out more, then it will snap like 10 degree at once. Let me just zoom out, as you can see. So these are the few of the things. The more you zoom in, the more precise work you can do. And what if you don't want that your wall over here do not get snapped at like 1 degree, and get snapped at like 5 degree? Okay, for that you can go to manage, and here you will find this snaps option, and here you can just remove this like 1 degree from this place and press OK. And now if I go to the wall once again, if go to structure, go to the wall, and then if I'm trying to snap it, as you can see, it is just snapping at like 5 degree, and 1 degree is gone. So this is how you can make some changes to it. Okay, then if you want to get it back, you can just do the I mean, you can again go to the manage, go to this snaps, and enter over here the 1 degree. So you can just copy it like this, paste it over here, and then press 1, and now you will get this. And then you have this option that is end point, then mid point. Then as you can see, these are the shortcuts to get these things. You will know in the project that why is this being provided to us. Okay, so I've just got this 1 degree back again. And after this, let's try to draw something so that I can teach you the modification that we can do in a project. So for example, I'm just going to the level 1, and here I'm going to structure. As you can see, as we are walking in the structure, so we have to deal with this one. So again, go to the wall and select any of the walls. So here it is a like generic wall over here, and as you can see, as soon as you click on the wall, you will get this option, that is the modification option, as you can see. And if you do not get this option, then you can just go over here, and then you can either you will find the modify button over here, because I have this Enscape and few other things, that is why I'm not getting this modify button over here. So as you can see, as soon as we click on modify, now we are getting this modification to the wall or anything. That, just a second. Okay, so we were in the modification of the wall. Here, as you can see, I have just selected this height over here, and level is right now level 2, and base offset is 3000. You can just click on here and give it a 0, and if you keep it like 3000 on the base, let me show you what is going to happen. Okay, if it is something like this, and now as you can see, this is minus 3000, and let me make one without that one. Okay, again go to the wall structure, and here just keep the base offset as 0, and we are going to draw it on the same place over here, something like this. And now let me show you the difference between it. So as you can see from here, that the level has been started from the level 2. Okay, okay, that's not a problem. But as you can see that this goes inside this one, I mean this is going 3000 um, millimeter, that is 3 meter deep down from our level 1. And in the second option we have like this, that is from where we wanted to start out this wall design. So this is started from, this is starting from this level 1, and it goes up to level 2. But this is not starting from level 1, instead this is starting from the minus 3 meter level from the level 1. Okay, and if I can show you the distance di, okay, I cannot use that option over here. Okay, okay, so if you want to see the distance of this one, what you can do is, let me check. Okay, I think I cannot draw it. Okay, let's just leave that. So this is the difference between that. So we have to draw something like this over here. Okay, and then what if we want to do some modification? So let's just delete it. Okay, one here I've not told you two more things, that I'm just selecting this line. You can use this line to make some anything at any angle like this. Okay, and if you are selecting it from left to right, I'm just clicking my left mouse button and then dragging my mouse over here, and whatever it is just touching it, now you can see that it is being selected. Okay, and if you do the same thing from the right side, as you can see, this is touching it but it is not being selected. And why it is not being selected? There's a reason, that if you want to select it from the right side, you have to keep I mean the whole wall, that is let me show you that from here to here, this is one wall, and if you want to select it from the right side, what you need to do is you have to select it full. As you can see, when the full of this wall is coming inside the right selection part, now you can see that this has been selected. And if we do the same thing now, as you can see, it is not being selected till here, the second wall. I'm going to select this one, and now if you want to select it, just get it selected wholly, and now you can see that it is being selected. And you can also select it by just single click on here, then you can select it like this. And from left, as I told you, in the whichever part this section box is touching, now you can see that that is being selected over here. So we have this two option to select. Then let's just try to draw something. Okay, so I'm at level 1, and here just go to the wall. You can select either wall structure or from here, and if you are in the structure, you will just the first option is that only, that is structure wall. So here let's try to draw something. So I'm just drawing something like 20,000. Okay, that is 20 meter. Then let's go something like 10 meter. Okay, Then from here, okay, let's go something like 3000. Okay, and then let me make something else. As you can see, the Revit is always trying to snap everything back. As you can see, it is just snapping over every place. If I want to draw it from here, as you can see, it is showing me the middle part of this wall. You can also draw it from here, and if you want to delete it, just select this, press delete on your button, or you can delete it from here. Okay, so we're in wall modification again. If by any means if it gets what you say, uh, cancel the wall, I mean the modification to the wall, if you press escape it will just get cancelled, and if you want to get it back again, you just click on the wall and you will get this option. Now let's draw an arc over here, and let's try to draw this arc something like 12,000, or this was 3, this is 20, so let me draw it till 14,000. Okay, till 14,000. Then again select your line, then again 3,000, and now we have drawn this. Then we have a few more options, that is wall face, the location line of the wall, and by that let me show you what does it mean. Okay, let me just zoom in and let me draw a rectangle over here. So I'm just drawing a rectangle, and okay, for rectangle let me show you that. Go to wall, go to rectangle, and let's try to draw a rectangle width and size. Okay, so like 10,000 from here, something like 10,000 from here, and 5,000 in this direction. Okay, as you can see, the Revit is just snapping it. But if you take the distance of it from this part to this part, now you can see that it is not 10,000, is like 9,800. Okay, and what if you draw the same thing, uh, go to the wall once again, go to this rectangle once again, and instead of wall center line just press like wall face exterior. Okay, and just try to snap it from here, and again draw like here from 5,000. Okay, just zoom it, you will get 5,000 in this place and 10,000 over here. Okay, and now if you take the distance of the same place, now as you can see, this is 9,800, 9,800. But what if you want to change this dimension? Okay, the only difference in the both of this is this start from the middle of it, that is from here, whatever we are making the line and all, this is starting from the middle, and in wall face exterior this wall gets started from the end point of it, that is from here. And if you want to change the dimension, I mean the direction of this wall, you just press spacebar, and now you can see that this distance is just changing. Just as you can see, it is just getting 5,000, and if you press here once again, now you can see that it is like 10,000 over here. So these are a few of the things. Then you can also use the wall face interior. Then you have this wall, that is the core option, then core interior, and the cores are what I can tell you is, okay, again let's draw some of wall. Just go to this and let's try to draw this brick wall over here. And as you can see, it is just showing a wall over here, but if you hover over your mouse over here, and now you can see that the detail over here is right now coarse, as you can see. And if you press medium, now you can see the, more details, and if you press here fine, now you can see the more and more, I mean the details of this wall. So these are a few of the things. Then just delete this one. Okay, and let's try to draw something in this one. Okay, so just go to structure and wall, and let's draw a line over here. So just draw a line like 3,000 or 4,000 from here, like, okay, it is okay. And one more thing, that is you can also use your keyboard. Okay, and on your keyboard just press 4,000 and press enter, and now you can see that this wall is being started being creating from the 4,000 distance. And if you press space bar, it will change the direction of the wall. As you can see, it is being changing its direction, but we don't want this wall, instead we want the same this 200 wall. So you can either select your wall from here, and again you can go to this place. Here you will find some of your wall. So you can either use this generic wall from here, or what else you can do is just select this wall and press CS on your keyboard. That is the create similar shortcut, and by this what it is going to do is it will just create the same wall functionality that it has over here. And now you can see that you can draw a wall. And what if you want snap, like it is like here at 3100, but you want to draw it at 4000. Okay, so just place your mouse anywhere over here and press 4000 on your keyboard and press enter. Now you can see that the Revit automatically snaps it from the middle part of it. As you can, I told you, if it is from the center line, it will snap from the middle. As you can see, it is being snapped from the middle. So let's just snap it, and then from here let's just draw like 4000 once again. That is 4 meter, and over here also 4 meter. Okay, it is like 4100. Let's take dimension, and now you will see that it is like 4000 or 3900. Okay, so 3900 is this place, and 200 is this wall distance. Okay, from the middle to this is 100. Okay, so if you want to change it, just press space bar, and you can see that it is being changed. Okay, it is not changing its direction. You have to make it like what do we say, that wall face exterior or interior. So let's just keep it. And if you want to change this distance, like originally 4000, you can also do it like this. Just select this, press here, and now you can just give it a distance of 4000 or 3000 or whatever distance that you want. Okay, then WA is the wall shortcut, always remember that. Okay, as you can see, okay, the wall shortcut is for architecture. So in structure part, if you want to draw it, you have to draw it from here. Then let's just try to place some column on this walls. Okay, so for that, go to structure and go to column, and here you will get two options. So we actually have this for more option over here. We will discuss that later. That is slanted wall, vertical, and at grids and all this. We will do that later. Right now, what we are going to do is just using this vertical column over here, and let's just try to put our column over here. The Revit is automatically snapping our columns, as you can see. Let's just place 4 column at this place, and now just check it out. As you can see that this we have made this column, but this column are at the bottom. So why is it is at the bottom? So to put it on the top, just select and just get your mouse anywhere on this column. You can press tab to select this column actually. So I'm just pressing tab twice or thrice, as you can see. So just press tab on your keyboard and you will get this option. And then you have an option that is SA, that is select all. If you press SA on your keyboard, it will select every column over here. Now you can see that every column is selected. This is one of the option to select. Then we have this if you try to hover your mouse over this place, now you can see that this all 4 columns has been selected, but we have this 2 walls also selected to in with our column. So to remove this wall, you can go to filter, then check none, and what you have to select is just your structural wall. So just click on structural column and now press OK, and now you can see that your structural wall is selected. And then what if you want to move it? So as I told you in the wall section that if you can see that in wall section also, when we try to draw the wall section, it was at minus 3000, that is 10 feet distance. And now as you can see that this column are at minus 2500. So just select any one of this column and press SA on your keyboard, or you can just use the filter button also. So you have this 3 to 4 option, and you can either just remove the base offset from here, like I'm just pressing 0. Okay, and here from the base level is 1, and just do the top level at 2, and then just remove the base offset from 0, and now you can see that you have this column wherever you want to place it. And what if you want to make this wall, I mean draw this column at once only? So for that, let me just undo it. Control Z is the undo shortcut. Okay, remember that. I'm just undoing it everything. Then again go to the level 1. Okay, I'm not saving this project. If you want to save it, you can save it. So just go to the column shortcut is CL. Okay, and over here, as you can see, here we have some modification to the column, and here instead of depth we are going to choose height, and instead of unconnected we are just going to select this level 2, And let me see. Okay, so now that we have selected height and the level 2, now you can see that we cannot make changes to this one. If you keep it unconnected, then you can make the changes to this place, that is the at what distance or height you want to keep the column. So that is an option. So for me, I'm going to place it till level 1, from level 1 to level 2. So at height from level 2, let me try to put it once again. And now if I go to 3D view, now as you can see that this has been placed from level 1 to level 2. And if you want to put it on the all four side, you can do that. Press CL on your keyboard, or you can go to structure. You can select the column, that is structure column, and then you can just put your column like this. So remember that we are not using our that architecture column in this project. So this is not a project, this is just the first tutorial, or you can say the user interface or whatever. I'm just making you familiar with Revit structure. So now as you can see that we have drawn this 4 column over here. And then what if you want to copy this all, I mean this 2 wall from here and this 2 column on this side. So for that we have an option, that is this you have 2 options, that is one of the mirror draw axis, and second is this pick axis. Okay, so if you use this pick axis, and if you just pick any of this axis like this place, now you can see that it will be drawn from this distance from here, and whatever the distance in the middle we have, it is just drawing from here to whatever distance we have. So it did draw it from here, and the mirror of it has been drawn here. But what if we want to draw something over this place? So for that, just select it once again, everything with the help of your left mouse button, and from the right side. Okay, then here you can see that draw mirror axis, and here you can just select your middle. As you can see that Revit is just providing our snap at the midpoint. And now you can also give it at a degree if you want to, but I just want to put it on that side, so I'm just selecting the 90 degree. And now you can see that the same thing has been provided over here. Now let me delete this column and this column. Okay, now let me show you a move command. So if you want to move this, you have 2 options over here. So one is just select this one and drag it. As you can see that the wall is just been dragged by itself and everything is joined over here. But if you put a column over here like this, and now if you try to drag it, okay, no, not like this, it is not in the middle actually. Let me undo it the way it was before. Okay, I can just directly move it. Okay, let it be. So as you can see that we can move it directly. This is one of the option. And what if we want to move it but do not want that this wall also comes with that? So for that, let me first of all delete this column. Then I'm just selecting this wall. Here we have this move option. So this is you can select it from the middle, you can select it from the starting point. And as you can see we have this disjoint as on. So as you can see that this wall has been disjoint from here. Okay, then we have one more option. Let me just undo it, or you can also draw your wall once again from a structure. Just draw this wall, then select this wall, and here you can again go to the move and here constraints. And now if you click on constraint, what is it is going to do is, now if you try to move it, you can just move it in 2 directions. That is as you can see, we can either move it horizontally or vertically. Okay, but we cannot move it on this direction. Okay, so as you can see we have just moved it. Again, let me draw the same wall over there. Go to structure, let's try to move it once again, but this time I'm going to move it without constraint and also the disjoint. Okay, and now if I try to move it, as you can see, now I can move it in any direction. So I'm going to put it over here. As you can see, now these are the move option that we can use in our project. Then we have our copy option. Just select this one. You can copy it from any of the place, from the middle, from the beginning, from the end. So as you can see, we have just made a copy of it. And then what else we have in copy? Then again we have this constraint in copy, that is you can either move copy in this direction or in horizontal direction, same as move. Then we have our rotate option. So for rotate you can just put a middle, as you can see, as soon as I place on click on this rotate, I will also tell you more things in this rotate option. So first of all, just click anywhere, and now you can see that from this direction what is the degree that you want to move this wall. So for example, I'm just trying to move rotate it by 90 degrees. Just press 90 on your keyboard and press enter, and I can see that this has been rotated by 90 degrees. Then you have an option, that is if you again go to the rotate, and now you can rotate it by place. And by place I mean, if you want to rotate it from this place to this place, like something like this. So in place option you have to click, first of all you have to click on place. You can also give it a degree if you want to, and rotate it by any place. Like what if you want to rotate it from here to here only? As you can see, now you have this fewer degree options over here. So this is also an option to rotate. Then we have our array option. So let me tell you how the array works. So to make array work, okay, I'm just deleting everything. I'm just deleting all the column over here. Okay, just select everything, go to filter, check none, and just select structure, and then we have our column selected. As you can see, this column is selected. Just press delete. Now you can delete everything. Now what do we want to make over here is foundation wall. Let's try to make a foundation wall. So as you can see, we have this foundation option over here. You can just go to the foundation. Now as you can see that this foundation is a little bit larger. Let me go to level 1. Okay, isolated foundation. So this is an option, and as you can see, this is much larger for our project. So just I'm going to editing type, so you can understand what is this being used for. As you can see, the size of this footing is 450 millimeter by 1200 millimeter by length is 1800 millimeter. And we want a smaller distance footing, so just go to duplicate, and here you can provide it with something like 300 into 150 into 300. It's just renaming, okay? And then we are actually changing its dimension. So here we are changing it like 300 the thickness, the width is 150, and the length is like 300 once again. And let's try to press OK, and now you will see that the same foundation is being placed over here as a smaller foundation. Okay, so actually we need to cover this all, so we need to increase the size of the, I mean the width of this. So let's try to increase the width by 300. Now you can see that this is the foundation wall that we have created, and now let me put this foundation wall something over here. You can also select this and move it by yourself, like just like this, or you can use this button also. So you have to move it from here to here. Now you can see that we can easily move it, and if you want to move it on the inner side, just select this place and select this place, and now you can see that this has been provided on the inner side of this wall. You can also place it in the middle of it. So let's try to put something like this, and now you have this one. If you also want to move it, you can also use your keyboard button. As you can see, we can use our keyboard button to move it. So these are the options to move. Then we are okay, let me tell you first, that is, let's go to any of the column. Okay, and here let me see what else option we have. So let's just take this column. Okay, and what if we want to array it, this same column, we want to make a copy of this column at a certain distance. So just select this column, and I'm just going to array, and here in array you have two options. That is, one is the linear and second one is the radial. Okay, so in linear you can select the number of column that you want to place. So right now I'm just placing 5 column. Sorry, just a second. Okay, so we have an option that is group and associate, and if you untick it, now let's just draw this column. So I want to draw this column, and remember that this number is being counted with this one. So if I am trying to draw 5 number of column, it will draw 4 column, and we have 1 column before we have drawn, so this is like 5 column being drawn. So you can use this for anything, for wall or any structure or anything in the Revit. So it is applicable for every of this solution, and that is architecture, structure, steel, or system. So just select it over here, and now you can specify the distance. And we have here 2 options, that is first to second distance and first to last distance. So I will tell you both about both. So first let me tell you about first to second. So I'm just providing it first to second distance, like 1000, that is 1 meter distance. Okay, just press on your keyboard 1000. Now what will happen is it will create 5 of this column, and each at a distance of, I'm just pressing di on my keyboard. You can also go to annotate and take align, and now you can measure the distance between 2 columns from here to here. Just a second, from this place to this place. So it is showing like 700, so 300 is the width of it actually, that is why it is showing 700. So as you can see, we have got it at a distance of 1 from starting of this place to the ending of this place, that is 1 meter. If you can, if I can show you, now you can see that it is 1000 from starting of this to starting of this is 1000. Okay, so now that we have created at some distance, now if you want to move it or make changes to this column, that is if you want to change this column to something other, okay, now you can see that this column has been provided, but it doesn't affect if we are doing anything to this one. It is not affecting this column, so I'm just undoing it everything. Now what if you want to do something like you want to make change to this and every other column with group of this with the group of this column have the same changes. So for that you have to select it once again, go to array, and here you can use group and associate. Here let me try to give it like in the first option we use first to last, in second option we are going to use, okay, in first option we actually use first to second, in this we are going to use first to last. So here I'm just giving it 5 column, and then we are just activating this group and associate option, and then from here to here let me give a distance of 10,000. So this is going to be equally divided in 5 parts, okay, and all the columns will be placed in between this distance. Okay, so let me just press enter, and now you will see what I'm trying to say. So as you can see that this column is provided at a distance of 2000 meter each. If I take a distance from here, okay, di is the distance shortcut, I mean alignment shortcut, and from here to here it is like 2050. Okay, so this is the what you say, distance between 2 column, and when you select first to second it will just give equal distance to this. But if you select first to last, then it will first of all draw the column from first place to the last place and place in the middle, that is at equal distance at whatever you want to adjust it. Like if you want to adjust 4 column in the same place, or 5 column, or 10 column, whatever number of column you want to place in the middle, you can do that. So this is an option. Then I told you about group and associate. Now what if we make the changes to this one? You can just select this one, okay, and now if you change this column something like this, and now press ok, now you can see that every other column in this section has been changed. But we did the same thing over here, but the column remained the same, and now here every column has been changed. So these are the options, that is for array and all. Then you can also delete it by if you select this one from here, okay, and if you want to delete it, just delete it. And if you want to remove it from the association, as you can see what I did is, as you can see this is connected. If you move, everything moves at a certain distance. But if you remove the association from here, just select this and delete it, and now if you try to move it, it is just an ungrouped one. Okay, so this These are the array option. Then we have the radial array option that I'm going to tell you about. So here, as you can see, we have this foundation. Okay, and what we are going to do is we are going to make this foundation all over this place. Okay, and this is a radial one. So sorry. So to make an array over this place, what you have to do is you need to select the foundation first, then go to the array, and here, as you can see, that this will start from first of all go to radial, and then group and association should be on, and here, as you can see, this is showing the direction from here. But what we have to do is we have to create this array from the middle of this one, because we want to put it all over this place. That is why we have to select it from the middle of this place. As you can see, this is being shown from here, the middle place. So first of all, what we are going to do is, first of all, center of the rotation, you have to click on this. Then you can directly select this one. As you can see, it is being shown the center, and by any case or by any chance it is not showing you the middle portion, then you can just press SC on your keyboard. Now it will show you the middle portion, and now you can just snap it. So SC is the snap center. Okay, remember that. So these are the things that is going to help us during our project. And now the starting point of this rotation is the middle part of it. Okay, and the ending part is over here. So we are going to place it all over this place, and the, as you can see, it is asking for number. You can have provided this number before also, but I'm going to provide it right now. So I'm just going to provide it with like 18 number, and just press enter over here. Okay, over here actually 8, and just press enter. And now you can see that it is equally placed over all the places over here, and at what you can say, at a at the right degree actually. Okay, so this is array and everything is associated. So if you make changes, like if you increase or decrease the size of this foundation, then just go to the edit group. Here you can select this foundation, you can change the size of this foundation. Now you can see that if you finish it, just finish it from here, and now every foundation over here has been changed at that angle, and this is what is important for us actually. Okay, so these are the fewer things that I wanted to let you know. So after this we will start our project, and let me see more things over here. So also few more things. Okay, few more things that are left for this, that is the option over here. Okay, just to draw any of, just let me draw anything there, something like this column. I'm just drawing this column, and okay, this is the architecture column, don't worry about that. Okay, so what if I want to put this column over here? So you can either just drag it like this, but as you can see that this is not snapping at this placement, means it doesn't snap rightly. You have to do you have to, if you want to be precise with this place, I mean this column, what you can do is just press AL on your keyboard, that is for align shortcut, or you can just go over here. Then you can see that you have the option to align it. Then select this wall or anywhere that you want to align it, and press the starting alignment of this column, and now you can see that it has been aligned to this. Then we have this option, that is pin option. Okay, this is I mean this is a lock option. What if you lock it? If I lock it, and now if I try to move this column from here, now you can see that it will just give you an error, something like this, that element is reserved, so you cannot directly move it. Either you have to move this whole wall, or you can just cancel it. And as you can see, it is moving with this one. But if I just unlock it and move it, now you can see that this is not moving with the wall. These are the few of the things. Then you can also pin it, like if I pinned it over here and now you try to move it, it will not move. So if you want to pin anything, that is we are going to pin our grids in this system, I mean this project, so we will use this pin. Then what else option we have? We have this offset option. So offset option, I can also tell you about that. Okay, before that, let me tell you about this split option. So we have this split option. If you want to make now you can see that, as you can see here, this wall is just one wall. Okay, and if you want to make split in between this, I mean you want to change this one wall as a two wall, you can just go to the split or split with gap. So I'm first of all I'm just using the split option, just split it from here, and now press escape on your keyboard, and now you can see that this has been splitted in two parts. Now you can move it anywhere, like this, and then you have the option that is split with gap. So split with gaps on gap option, what it does is it will make a small distance between this. As you can see, it is just splitting with a small gap, and you can just move it. Okay, it has been locked over here, you can just unlock it because of the alignment. Now you can move it. Okay, then we have this trim option. So first of all, let me use this trim option. So what it does is, wherever you want to trim certain part of it, for example, first of all let me join these two walls. Okay, so if I want to join these two walls, what I have to do is, first of all, go to this trim option or press TR on your keyboard, then select this wall and then this wall, and now you can see that it has been joined over here, but there's a small angle over here that is because of this. If you remove this, now you can see that, and now if you try to trim it, once again TR is a trim shortcut. Okay, let me make it a little bit smaller from here, remove constraint, just unjoin the element, TR. Now if you trim it, then also it is doing the same thing. Okay, not a problem. Okay, let me just adjust it like this. Let me trim it. Okay, now as you can see that it has been trimmed perfectly over here, and this is more for, I mean not for trimming, but actually it is for trimming also, but here what I can do is just go to the wall and draw some wall over here, that is a structure wall, and draw a wall from here to here. And now what if you trim from this place to this place? What it will do is it will just delete this wall and it will attach this wall. So let me try to do this. Yes, yeah, now you can see that when I trimmed it, this wall is just getting connected to this and it has trimmed this part. You can do the same thing over here, just press TR on your keyboard and select this one and this one, and now you can see that, and the other part has been trimmed. So it is more, you can say it is used to join the walls, but you can also use it like to make it something like this, that is trim certain outer parts of it or anything. Okay, so these are the options. Then we have what other modification we can do. Here we have this three option actually in trim, that is, one is this option, trim and extend. So just select it, and now you can see that this wall has been what you can say, increase the size or the distance of this wall from here to here, but it has not been connected. But if you do the same thing with this trim button, now you can see that it will get connected. So I'm just undoing it. Then we have this option, and in this option what we can do is, first of all let me make few more walls. One, okay, undo it, one, two, and three. Just press escape and you can draw other wall. Okay, and what I want to do is I want to uh, get all this wall at this place. I mean this wall should get attached to this place. For that you can use this option, just select this once and then press this button, and now you can see that every wall has been aligned to this one. So these are the trim option over here. And so I've told you about align option, move, copy, rotate, mirror, everything, pin, unpin, delete button. Only thing is left over here is this offset button. So what does this offset does is, okay, let me show you again. Just go to the wall and draw a certain wall. So I'm just drawing a wall, something at this place on the top of this, just as you can see that. Okay, not like this. Okay, so let me draw a wall that is a rectangular wall, then you will better understand it. So I've just drawn a rectangular wall over here. Okay, and I want to draw a same wall at this place, but I want that this wall should be on the inner side of this wall. Okay, for that we use this offset option. So just go to the offset. The shortcut is OF. Okay, the more often we will use this offset button only. Now you can see that this is being drawn something like this. That is on the inner side. This is one of the option. Then you can also do is again go to the structure wall, and here you can just give an offset something like, okay, let me delete it everything first. Okay, just provide it with 1000 offset, press enter. Okay, let me just delete the all the inner side of it. Again go to the rectangle, modify. Okay, from a structure wall structural, and here again go to this rectangle, and here you can find this option button. This does the this works same as that one. It has a little bit difference, you can say. I will tell you about that also. So I want to draw something like 2 meter on the outer side, or maybe you can say 1 meter on the outer side and 1 meter on the inner side, this same rectangle from this place. So for that I'm just giving it a an height offset of, I mean the distance offset of 1000. So if I draw a wall over here, you can see that it has been drawn from all side at 1 meter, and here it is overlapping. That's not a problem. But if you want to draw the same thing on the inner side and press is, now you can, what you can do is just press spacebar, and it will go from outer side to inner side. As you can see, it has been provided. Let me draw it once again from here to here and press the spacebar. Now you can see that the one wall is drawn on the outer side, the other wall is drawn on the inner side. And if you here go for, we have this many views option also. Let me show you. That is, one is wireframe, that is we are seeing in this one, that is it is showing just the things that is provided over here. Then we have this hidden line option. In hidden line, as you can see, everything is provided in lines. Then we have the shaded option, then we have consistent color, and then we have realistic view. So more oftenly we use this option only. So this is the option. And now as you can see that the wall is being drawn on the 1 meter on the outer side, 1 meter on the inner side. And what if we want to draw a wall, the same of, I mean this same wall at a distance of something like 2 meter? For that, just go to the offset. OF is the offset shortcut. You can also go to the modify option, and here you can select the offset and give an offset distance like 2000, and then you can select any wall, and then you will see that the same thing has been made over here. If I do the same offset with, okay, I cannot actually select it. As you can see, I'm just selecting this wall. You will see that this has been made as an offset. And what if I try to select this one? No, I cannot select it in 3D view. I mean, I cannot make it offset in 3D view, but from here I can make it an offset maybe. Okay, let's just leave that. So this is the offset option. That is, you can just draw anything at a distance that you want to, and it will draw the exact same thing from that place. So these are the fewer things that I wanted to tell you in the first section, I mean the introduction section, or you can say this is the first tutorial for our Revit structure part. And from tomorrow we will start our Revit structure project. So that will be our first project. And remember that we are not drawing this project in imperial, that is feet and inches. We are drawing this in meter or millimeter, you can say. So remember. And before ending this session, as you can see that I have started one of our project, but I have not completed it. So don't worry about that. This project is also going to be completed. So just wait for it. Everything is coming. And thank you for watching. Let's end this session.